Yo, what is up, guys? This is Justin, and this time I'll be bringing you guys some Modern Warfare, some Call of Duty Black Ops gameplay. So I am playing some Call of Duty Black Ops. I don't know what it was. I played this on, I think, Saturday or Friday. I was at the menu for Modern Warfare 3 just like looking on the internet or something like that, because I have my monitor and my gaming monitor right next to each other. And my friend Ian Bits was like, hey, do you want to play, Call of Duty Black Ops? And for some reason I just joined him, so he's in here, Ian Bits. And if you look in the score screen and on the party screen, there's another guest from a while back. Some of you guys may recognize him. So other than that, this will be a Q&A section video, so I will be talking about the questions that you guys asked. But before we do all that, as usual, be sure to like this video in the bottom left corner. So 15 likes and 50 views. You guys have been doing an excellent job. I think I put a video up the other day, and then before I was even finished kind of like thinking about the next video, you guys already had 19 likes and then 50 views right now. So I will be putting them out every single time. I'm not just going to wait. Once you guys hit that mark, I will be kind of making the new video for you guys. So in this video, if I run over, I will probably put some Modern Warfare 3 gameplay up on there. But we'll start right into the Q&A section. And if you guys want me to talk about Black Ops some more, I got a few more gameplays, but it wasn't from this session. So if you guys want some more Black Ops or even some Call of Duty 4, maybe I'll put that in there. So we'll talk about question number 1 coming up right now. Alright, the first question is kind of a long question, so bear with me. It is from Fracture Resolve, who I believe was killed by the mighty pedophile king, or something like that. But anyways, he's asking, if you could change one thing in your teen years, what would you have done to impact on your life, to change your life today, and where would it be? So for me, I talked about this in another video, but as far as education goes, I did really good at school, so I was good in high school, and I was able to go to, a good college and then go to graduate school and all that stuff. But one thing that I would change in my formative years as a teen is that I would have kind of thought bigger to go to a big-time college or big-time university and things like that, and kind of branch out. Because what you guys may not know if you're still in high school or the beginning college is that if you guys do really, really awesome in college, and especially in high school, you can actually travel around the world and get paid to do that, and kind of get free education, so you don't have to pay any loans back. So I would do a lot better in school. And actually the thing is that I actually did really good in school, but I just thought it's kind of one of those things when you think you're good. Like, you might think you're really good at Call of Duty, right? And you're like, oh, I'm better than all my friends, I'm better than all that. But then when you play with guys that actually are pretty good, you're like, wow, if I really took time to do this. I know Call of Duty is kind of a bad example because nobody really wants to be good at a video game. But it's kind of like when you're smart and you think you're smart and you're a young male, you're like, wow, I'm so smart, I don't even listen to anybody. And then you realize that you're not smart at all. So I would have tried to, tried harder, be a super tryhard. But school for you guys, you have no idea how important or how many doors education can open. So that is one of the things, the big tips for you guys. I had the talent and the skills to get there. I just didn't have the objective. I think somebody should have come up with a plan and said, you need to do this, this, and this, and these are the goals. This is how you get to these goals, and so on. So that's one thing that I would have changed in my formative years when I was in high school. So when you're in high school, you can get a 4.0 and still not even leave your hometown. I mean, that's how competitive it is now. So for a lot of you guys out there, just because you get good grades or a 3.0, just you got to do better. You got to want something more than just good grades and just being the smartest guy in the room. So that's what I would change, is school, mostly schooling. All right, question number 2 is going to be from RuneScape Dre, who is an awesome sub. He is always one of the first to comment, one of the first to kind of make my day with all of his comments. But he asked, when did I start YouTube and what are my goals right now? So I think my first video was in December 2010. It was whatever year Black Ops came out and the month after it. So Black Ops came out in November, and then the following month in December I made my first video. I always felt that I was pretty good at the game. I always felt that I could make decent videos that people would want to watch. But mostly I wanted to help some of my friends, especially my brother, be better at Call of Duty, because he didn't really play FPSs very much, because it makes his he gets bad migraines. So sometimes when it's really jittery, like the first person stuff, it gives him a headache. So he didn't get to play too much, but I kind of wanted to get him up to speed on some of this. Some of my friends are the same way too, where they like playing video games, but they don't know how kind of the other nuances of playing Call of Duty online. So I did want to help them, and from there it kind of just branched out, and people just kind of took off a little bit, and people liked it. So that was pretty fun. Being able to interact with people and meet some new people was always really fun. The only problem is that I probably met 50 people, maybe 2 of them were cool. So that's the only bad thing, which is kind of weird, because you would think people would be pretty cool about this, but that's a whole different discussion right there. But my goals for YouTube, it's not I guess putting out quality content's my #1 goal. Here's what you may not know, and if you guys really want me to talk about this, I was actually offered a partnership, but I did not take it. Okay, so I'm not exactly, I guess, 100% allowed to talk about the terms of the contract or anything like that. But I was offered a partnership, but I did not. I did not say yay or nay yet because some of the terms in the contract were not the best for me at the time. So, and it was a pretty awesome. It's from the network that everybody's in love with. So I know it's kind of weird how I would get that partnership, but I just wanted you guys to know that. I'm not ruling it out, but for right now, it's just not one of my goals right now to do that. So hopefully I will be able to keep putting out quality content, and I don't know, maybe I will end up taking that partnership, but I'm still mulling it over, kind of what I need to do and what my goals are right now. Okay, so thank you for the great question, RuneScape. Alright, question number 3 is going to be from the Drummer Boy 7. And here's a funny side story about the Drummer Boy 7 is that I actually know the Drummer Boy 7 in real life, and I figuratively saved his life. I kind of inspired him to do great in life and kind of rescued him and just took him under my wing, and, you know, I mentored him into being just such a great person. I mean, he was not the best person to begin with, but I ended up, you know, inspiring him to be great in everything, especially Call of Duty. And another thing is that he actually talked a little smack to me, didn't think I knew who it was. He would send me messages, and but I knew who he was because his whack style is so easy to recognize. But if you guys see him, go spam the Drummer Boy 7. But he did ask me a question. He asked, who is your favorite musical artist? P.S. I won't judge you if you say Jay-Z or Lil Wayne. Lil Wayne is definitely not my favorite right now. He used to be pretty good, but the funny thing was that he's been out for a really long time, which is, I guess, a good thing. But I do like Jay-Z a lot. He's kind of put some of his music on the back burner. But right now, I guess I can't think of a recent artist, but I have been listening to, I guess B.O.B. has a new album coming out. And there's a song with Taylor Swift, who I don't particularly like. Or actually, I don't really mind Taylor Swift, but, you know, she kind of annoys me sometimes. But there is a song with B.O.B. and Taylor Swift called Both of Us, which I do like a lot. I really think that's a really good song. Because I'm kind of old now. Something about the lyrics, you know. Before, if you guys didn't know, P. Diddy used to be, like, super over the top, like ridiculous over the top, not like how Kanye West is right now. But when I was younger, you know, that over the topness was pretty awesome. But right now, I'm kind of laid back, so the lyrics are there. B.O.B. has pretty good lyrics. He does sound like Andre 3K, who I'm wondering where he went. But I think he has some contract issues with his label. But I do like Andre 3K too, and Outkast. So hopefully those guys come out with a new album soon. Let me give you one more. I can't think of any more. Or I actually can't think of any more right now, but Dr. Dre apparently has a new song with Kendrick Lamar, who I don't really dig Kendrick Lamar. But anyways, this is going to go too long if I talk too much about this, but we'll go on to the next question right now. Okay, next question, silly question. In the video, my clan tag was BSHU, so what that does stand for, or stood for, was Ball So Hard University, so it was kind of a joke on the Jay-Z and Kanye West song. And if you guys watch football at all, Terrell Suggs, an Arizona State grad, Pac-10 grad, right? Arizona State grad. On Monday or Sunday Night Football, when they talk about their school, whatever school they went to, he said Terrell Suggs, Ball So Hard University, instead of Arizona State University. So it was kind of one of those memes, kind of one of those silly things, so we just kind of took it a step further, and it was Ball So Hard University right there. But there's the final score. I can't read what it says. I'm sure it's got like 150 kills or something. No, I'm just playing. But we'll answer some more questions. I think I got 2 more questions and just enough time for the next video coming up. Alright guys, so next question comes from, let me make sure I'm recording. Okay, next question comes from Nuckenfoob, who's a pretty good English commentator, probably the best. I can't think of any other English commentators because I don't watch commentaries very much. But go check him out. We have a series together. Anyways, question. He asks, if nobody played Call of Duty anymore, what would you post? Now, that's a really good question because I actually get this question a lot, you know, because I'm so awesome. I'm so popular. I get this question a lot because I do post a lot of Call of Duty. And the thing is that I actually really like Call of Duty, so that's why I post it. So I know there's a lot of people out there who don't like Call of Duty and they post it just to get the views. And I actually do really thoroughly enjoy Call of Duty. So I've always liked Call of Duty. So that's why I posted. But let's say we didn't have Call of Duty anymore. I used to play a lot of sports games, so I'd probably post sports games. Before I played Call of Duty, I kind of got burnt out on sports games because it's kind of the same thing what's happening in Call of Duty now. It's kind of all the same bullshit, you guys. You know, it's kind of an updated roster every year. They're not innovating. They're not changing the game. They're not trying new things to make it fun. They're doing the safe thing, and from a business standpoint, I understand that, but as a gamer and as a consumer, you know, I don't really appreciate that. So I'd probably put up some sports games. I used to do pretty well with the fighting games, you know, but not anymore because I know I used to be really good actually at fighting games, but I'm not nearly on the level at that some of these guys take it that I've seen on the internet. So would probably be sports or fighting games, and I really want to do some Tecmo Bowl. So for those that don't know, if you guys tweet at Idaho Spartan, he was actually supposed to stop by during spring break and do the Tecmo Bowl, you know, kind of the live commentary, but he wouldn't do it, so I don't have anybody to play Tecmo Bowl with. So my HD PVR actually does record, and it goes through my monitor, so everything's good. And right here, I have no idea what's going on. You know, my buddy Black Tank Top is wanting me to join a party, and I'm like, I'm in the game, so I'm just going to go join the party right now and talk to him. But that's what I'll be posting. Probably go in that order. Sports, fighting, and maybe some... If I was really into it, I used to play RPGs a lot too, so I think what really happened was that my time commitment available to gaming kind of took a slide when I started growing up, so I had to play Call of Duty, so I could only play 5 to 10 minute games at a time. So before I used to play, you know, the marathon session with the Mountain Dew Code Red and the Doritos and all that stuff, but I can't do that anymore, so that's why I play Call of Duty, and there's I try to kill all those guys right there. Alright, the next question is coming from Black Tank Top 86. He asks, Q, what future non-COD games are you looking forward to? Now, there are a few games that I am looking forward to. Probably Halo 4 and the next Black Ops, but I know that's Call of Duty. I don't really... Let me think. There was a game that I put on my Gamefly queue yet, and Max Payne 3 looks pretty good, so I don't know if that counts as a Call of Duty type game. But Max Payne 3 looks pretty good, so you guys should go check the previews out for that. Probably looking forward to the Halo 4. That's where I originally came from, so Halo was kind of like my thing. So hopefully that'll be good, kind of bring the franchise back. Halo Reach was kind of shitty. Well, for me, I thought it was kind of shitty. It wasn't exciting, you know. It wasn't as exciting as the beginning, the first time you played Halo, and everybody I think kind of wants to get back to that nostalgia. So that's what I'm looking forward to. Other games, I don't know. Not too many games. I can't think of any. Maybe you guys can help me out with this, because I used to keep on top of all the video game news, but right now I just can't do it. So I think the only two that I would pick would be Halo 4, which is kind of a blockbuster game, and Max Payne 3. I don't know if there's a new GTA coming out. Those are pretty fun, but I always get sick of those games for some reason. It just doesn't really last that long for me. What else do they got over here? Yeah, I think those are the only two that I have. And the final question in the Q&A section will be from Clever Tricks Game. So he's asking, what are some memorable gaming moments where you were overwhelmed / amazed with the graphics and gameplay of a new game? So we'll kind of take it far back. We'll start with graphics. Recently, when I saw Crysis, if you guys have played Crysis, the graphics in Crysis were pretty amazing to me. So that's probably the best looking game I've ever seen. Gears of War 3 also, and Gears of War 2, when I saw the graphics on those, it's kind of like watching a movie and playing a movie, so graphically those were awesome. Taking it way back, when I first got Street Fighter on my Super Nintendo, back then I was like, you know, whatever, 10, 8 or 9, 10, I don't know how old I was, but back in that day, to have an arcade game of that caliber graphically in your living room, that was amazing. So those were all the other things. Gameplay wise, I guess the first time that I played Halo, because like I didn't get an Xbox at the beginning, so it took me like a year and a half. I was always the Sony PlayStation guy, like the had the PlayStation out when nobody had it. But then I played Halo one time. Everybody wanted me to play it. They're like, oh, you got to play Halo. You got to come over and play this, you know, this LAN party full of nerds. You got to play Halo. I was like, nah, I'm not a nerd, man. I play Sony PlayStation 2. And so I went to this LAN party, and then the day after I wanted to buy an Xbox. So I actually bought it from my buddy Mike, who is from Japan. He's actually in a few of my other videos, but that was a long time ago. So I bought his Xbox from him. He never played it. Played some Halo. Gameplay-wise, that was awesome. Street Fighter was always awesome gameplay-wise. What else did we have? Bomberman. I don't know if you guys have ever played that game, but Bomberman was pretty awesome gameplay-wise. And, of course, Tecmo Super Bowl. So sports games, whenever you play a game where it's just fun, regardless of what it looks like, that's kind of what the deal was. So I went 48 kills and 8 deaths, and we still lost, and I was the last death. So other than that, be sure to rate, comment, subscribe. And let me know if you guys like the series, to put more questions in the comment section and or ideas for new series. So actually, let's just go make another question and put it in the comments. I've been Justin. I'll catch you guys later. See ya.